What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Run My Crypto. Hopefully you guys are doing extremely well. A lot of people have been asking about Jasmy and trying to get an understanding of where Jasmy can actually go. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about that. We're going to try to break that down in a segment by looking at a lot of different details behind Jasmy. I'm going to pull up some charts. I'm going to look at some details that maybe will help you get convinced that, this is where Jasmy may be headed in the future. Trying to put a dollar amount on it is very difficult for somebody in my position who's not a financial advisor. I don't recommend that you do anything I talk about, buy or sell, anything like that. But what I do feel confident enough is to give you a valued opinion and just my perspective on where I think Jasmy can go. So make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so that you can stay up to date with Run My Crypto videos, guys. So let's get into it. Let's talk about Jasmy coin and, my perspective on where I believe it can go. So it could kind of, settle to where, some people, have that question. And it's a tough one to get into because basically we don't have crystal balls. We just have projections. We have tools. We have different things we could look at. And I'm going to try to share some of that with you guys today. So first things first, when you get invested into a cryptocurrency project, it's basically something that you find very interesting because you don't want to invest in a project that you really don't know a whole lot about, right? You don't want to get into something like, I've had this thing in the past where if it sounded good, I was in it, and that's what it was. That's what it came down to. So understanding really what you're invested in and being able to master that type of narrative or that type of niche geared towards crypto is more essential for somebody that's investing a lot of money to be able to understand and comprehend. So what I want to give you guys today is to give you some tools to help you navigate through Jasmy as a cryptocurrency project, and just to help you understand where to go to see what's going on with the project. And basically, after we look at all these tools, we're gonna we'll circle back. So make sure you guys watch all the way through to the end, and then we'll talk about where we think Jasmy can go in the future and in this bull run. So I'll try to answer as much as I can with the information that I'm trying to put across, but it's going to be based on what you believe is successful. So let's get into it, guys. All right, let's go ahead and dive into some tools for Jasmy. So obviously the first thing you want to look at is the website for Jasmy. Basically you can go through it. It'll tell you about the project, gives you links to different news articles and information that's put out by Jasmy. Basically gives you the idea of what Jasmy's trying to accomplish. Gives you some information and more insight to how Jasmy works and some of the information on the platform and PDL lockups, etc. And you could go through that. It does what a website is supposed to do. So I don't know what more you could ask for. Gives you information, basically gives you links to everything you need, and then updates on transactions, etc. So that's a good tool to go in and understand what the project's about. Some other projects make it look all beautiful, cotton candy coated, but essentially they ain't doing nothing besides making you have a warm, fuzzy feeling inside your stomach. So you can't base a project off of the website. Just get the understanding and the learning, and you can actually go in here and find out what the team is. Generally, we don't need any other information aside from the team being transparent on who they are, putting their names out there and some of their backgrounds, which is very important for a cryptocurrency project to be able to be transparent with who's behind the project. So those are the important things that you need to know about any project when it comes to the website. The more warm, fuzzy feeling websites that make you feel good about yourself, generally they put more time and effort building the website than building the project. So you start to look for transparency and community within the project. So we look at Jasmy and we look at their CFO and his Twitter or X page. So generally here's where all the communication, it very much seems like X is a new platform to be able to connect to communities of cryptocurrency. That's where generally we're all using to gather information behind what's going on with our favorite projects. And this is a very good tool to use because especially if you follow the key people in the projects, you'll get a lot of information based on what's going on with the project and how they're consistently moving forward and building their project. So again, this is Hera, CFO of Jasmy. So he created what is called Junction, and Junction is essentially the new portion of Jasmy. So we go over to Junction because they do now have a X page posted. Now this is where Jasmy gets into DeepIn and AI, and it talks about the stages of where they're going and what's going on with Jasmy behind everything. So everybody's tied to this. You have the CFO of Jasmy on here, and then you have Jasmy Management, who basically does most of the communication for Jasmy. But Junction is the new layer 2, which is essentially Jasmy chain. So this is great, and this is informational. So I'm going to be doing a video, the updates about Junction coming up soon here. And then you have tools like charts, and if you understand charts and you know how to read them and get in there, you can start to understand the type of movement behind Jasmy and what Jasmy's doing as far as what's going on in the markets on a day-to-day, which is very, very helpful. If you could start to just learn little bits and pieces of market action and things like that, just by looking at the daily chart on Jasmy, it's very telltale, right? So we've seen from this point, we had a solid, nice uptrend, but now it seems like we're rolling into consolidation. Now, this is why a lot of people have that question, like what's going on with Jasmy, and it hit a block road. But if you look at a lot of other charts, let's take a look at Internet Computer, for example. So if we look at charts for Internet Computer and we just zoom out a little bit, because when in doubt, zoom out, right? So we're seeing literally the same thing, but just in a longer time frame, a longer scale, because Internet Computer had its run, and we see Internet Computer staying on this same type of consolidation pattern, right? But essentially, if we compare to other projects, like if we look at long-term projects that have been around for some time, and people asking, well, did Jasmy, is Jasmy not going to make it past these levels? So we look at HBAR, right? So HBAR kind of had a little uptrend, then just like Jasmy had its pump, right? But the thing is, the significance is that the type of pumps that we've seen from HBAR going to these levels, it's a long-term project. It's consolidated for quite some time, just like Jasmy, and the market cap on this project is huge, and we're seeing the same thing. So we're going to see consolidation patterns from all these cryptocurrency projects. So Jasmy is no different than what's going on with the whole crypto space. And checking out these charts, it's like I'm looking at them, and I'm really seeing the same type of pattern that's going on with pretty much every crypto that has pumped. I mean, we even got cryptos that are on the sidelines that haven't pumped, and people are waiting. They got to wait patiently, because essentially the project that you're invested in is going to hit. I mean, right now it's just like meme coins are really exploding, so those were like the thing to get into. We're fortunate to have Jasmy move up to these levels, and for Jasmy to build a strong support level at 2 cents is very, very good. So